On October 9th, 2017, I watched my hometown go up in flames. The largest fire in California history, and what a mystery. Hurricane-level winds and incongruence, questions that got under the skin. Now the Hawaiian island that courses through the blood of me and my ancestors has similar questions that are not getting answered.
I am the editor of Maui Times, and I have tried relentlessly to get direct information from the County of Maui as well as the Maui
why are
Police
we burning down homes?
When we had the means to save and protect and prevent a catastrophe from happening.
Was there a widespread alert?
No. Didn't go walk. Who owns those parcels of land? Was insurance taken out?
And there are people, rich people, already trying to buy
And when I
land.
say investigate Maui,
Wait until our people find out the truth.
Just like California, firemen claim an anomaly, the likes of which we have never seen.
I don't know why it's doing what it's doing. It's burning differently. It's burning more aggressive.
A fire that melted metal.
We're seeing all of these fires that have taken place, and people are saying and calling it climate change.
What if in the same way that our seeds became genetically engineered with zero consent and little public attention, geoengineering or large-scale climate manipulation has slipped into our environment, hidden from public perception? The authorities tell us that geoengineering is only theoretical. This has never been deployed. So as NGOs and activists try to put a stop to proposed insanity, governments debate and run circles about its morality. And like the fires burning stranger and stronger by the year, we continue to classify all weather abnormalities under a single blanket statement. This is climate change. We must lower the CO2. Never mind the fact that according to the World Meteorological Organization, we have been modifying the weather for 7 decades and currently have active operations in at least 52 different nations. That's over 70 years to develop, test, and advance this technology. As our governments work in cooperation with the military sector and everyone's current favorite, the corporation. Has anyone asked why? We have satellite-driven rivers in the sky, chemically induced clouds, and no one blinks an eye. If the laser beam lightning and ionospheric heaters to manipulate pressure zones aren't frightening, I reckon the reality of directed energy weapons will at least be enlightening.
I work for Boeing. Oh, you work with planes. And then I tell them, well, it's directed energy that I work in. Oh, what's that? Well, I work with lasers.
There's a kind of legitimate concern that powerful interests benefit from what to most people are tragedy.
Realtors and investors already stepping in the face of insurance claiming none of this can be covered.
I've been in the industry of people losing their homes due to fire, flood, monster, emergency services.
Yes, there were strong winds. But there's also reports that there were propane things getting exploded prior to the fires.
This country began by seizing up land, taking it out of the hands of our indigenous. Is it really so hard to conceive that just because some of our skin is white, this wouldn't happen all over again?
Lahaina Front Street is worth billions. The Hawaiians that have been holding out and the Kanaka have been holding out for years, not wanting to sell their property in Lahaina.
What they don't talk about is in January how they had in Maui a smart city conference to turn Maui into an entire smart island.
The Jump Smart Maui project.
There have been people skeptical about it, telling me, oh, it's just nobody's trying to come and take your land and blah, blah, blah. No, they are here. I see them with my own eyes. I see them working.
FEMA's been on the ground as well as the Red Cross, and they're trying to get people to register with them.
FEMA is authorized to use eminent domain to take both real and personal property on an emergency basis. That is why they're holding back all of the donations and saying, hey, you want food? Come sign this.
Do not sign anything from FEMA. Do not.
Government sold out in the name of proclaimed sustainability across our states as governors take the bait and developing goals for a great reset as the globe reframes who and what gets the checks. 15-minute cities they slap with the label of smart, claiming that anyone who protests is dumb. A new layer of electromagnetic frequency the minute that we become electric and hooked to the grid. Hyperconnectivity, traceability, an Orwellian eye on everything we do.
We'll add more cameras like these so the government can effectively monitor crowd density and even the exact movement of every locally registered vehicle.
Much of the data it's collecting will be fed into an online platform.
The best part? Your entire smart city is Wi-Fi.
Wireless, yet wired to the machine, radiation is the new pollution, yet we are told the tech is clean. Just because you can't see or feel it doesn't mean there aren't those of us who can. How sustainable is this really? When data is the new oil, they will do everything in their power to place distrust in those of us who see through the game and proudly wear the tinfoil. I stand with the ones asking the inconvenient questions, for the duty was arguably given to every human being to take a stand to protect sacred lands against the ones trying to sell out humanity.